I'm special. Yes, question. Say that one more time. What was my something of Baccano? Inspiration for Baccano? I didn't do the actual story. We do the script adapting. So the stories are done by the Japanese people. We make it, turn it into American, more correctly called script adapting. Although with something like Sergeant Frog or Hetalia, I would call it writing because we deviate so radically from the actual Japanese translations. But yeah, Baccano was pretty awesome. It's still one of my favorites that I've done. Yes?
So Vic has his donut story and Triad has his blue study for Hetalia. Do you have any weird, like, in the booth stories like that?
In the booth, I did a character called Hero from Shin-Chan. And any Shin-Chan fans, anyone? Couple, all right, good. And Hero did a striptease at one point. It wasn't like a real striptease. He was just coming home from work and like taking off his tie and his jacket. And it was really like, ooh, hot for Hero. I'm so hot. And like, I'm not really a stripper. And so I felt really embarrassed and awkward to do it. But it was drawn that way, so I had to do it. And so I ended up doing it, and then I'm really embarrassed by it, but Zach and Peter think it's hilarious. And so they lock me in the booth and bring other people in to watch me and play it over and over and over. And ooh, hot for you. And I was like, let me know! That was pretty embarrassing. Yes?
With script adaptation, generally how much freedom have you had on a lot of your projects, such as Spice and Wolf Baccano, in terms of deviating from the original Japanese?
Yeah, typically the company will tell us whether we need to stick really close or whether we can deviate. Spice and Wolf, we stick really close. We had a little bit of freedom in Oedo Rocket. Hetalia, we could do whatever we wanted. A little bit too much. Like the very first premiere of Hetalia at Otakon, and all the Funimation people were there, and 4,000 people watching the, episodes. And like one of the very first jokes is Italy comes up to Germany and goes, "I got you a present," and Germany goes, "What is it? Another Jew?" What? Too soon? And they were like, "Ah!" and horrified that we would make. We kept trying to get a dolphin sandwich joke into for Japan. I love dolphin sandwiches, and we never. I think Jamie eventually got it in. So some shows we have more freedom than others. Sergeant Frog, we also had total freedom. Like we could throw the script completely out. I mean, there's certain images that are already there, so they got to match that. I think they did the best with that in, not the best, but they deviated the most in Shin-Chan. Totally, like there was one script where there was like this whole subplot that Hero had hit a clown or killed a clown and hidden him in a closet. So he had a dead clown in the closet the whole episode. Jared Hedges is a very weird man. More questions? Yes.
Is it ever difficult to do the sounds of like moaning or battle cries, little sounds like that?
Yeah, a lot of the fight noises, all that sort of stuff that we have to do. It's got a very certain cadence to it, especially in the video games. Because in the video games, it'll be like, they have a list of battle noises. Falling off a cliff, ah! Falling off a cliff after getting a spear through your head, ah! Falling off a cliff, spear through head on fire, ah! And so you have to, do that over and over again, and they make your throat bleed eventually. And you're like, bloody throat. And you're like, good actor. Next. It can be a little challenging. Yes?
So what are the benefits and the disadvantages of having the multiple simulcast dubs?
The simuldubs, I think, are all upside. I don't say, the downside is that we have to be better at production, but that's not a downside. That's an upside. We have to be more precise. We have to be on top of things. The scheduling has to be better. The directors have to understand the script more completely. The actors have to do their takes perfectly. There's no going back when getting that line again, because we're going to throw it up on the simuldub. So There's more challenge to it, but it's nothing but goodness in my opinion. And then we get to see the stuff over here more quickly. Yes.
Or in your everyday life?
In my everyday life, every moment is awkward. I'm a very awkward person. It's all one family. We're all the same family. But awkward at a convention, like Vic and I were on a panel and this girl was like, after the panel, would you touch my glass eye? And we were like, hell yeah! Bring that glass eye up here. We're like, oh my God! Your glass eye is awesome! And she's like, I cosplay as a zombie. People are like, your eye's amazing. How'd you do that? She's like, riding my bike when I was 6. But that's kind of the awesome thing about this anime crowd. You guys take the thing that's like, this makes me crazy and weird in real life, and that in the anime world, it's like, you're amazing! So that's kind of why I love it.
Something to kind of go along with that. Has your girlfriend's family ever just looked at you and just go,
You know what's funny about, because my girlfriend, we just celebrated our 1-year anniversary yesterday. When I was going out this Christmas to meet her family, I was like, well, I'm excited to meet your mom, and, so they can get to know me. And she was like, oh, my mom's watched all your YouTube videos. And I was like, oh my God! Tell me that didn't happen. And she was like, no, she'll text me and be like, he's funny, or why did he say that? Did he really lose his pants in Toledo? Or whatever, because it's all been recorded now, so that was a little awkward. Stop flipping me off. Oh no, he's saying 3 minutes. Yes. Yes, blue shirt.
I remember you saying you use your voice as a different voice like a different nationality.
Yeah.
Do you ever do that? Basically use your voice
For evil? Yes, sometimes when I travel alone, I travel as a British person, because for some reason flight attendants like to give you free stuff when you're British. I don't know why, but you call them love and honey, and then they're like, would you like a glass of wine? And you're like, oh, you're so sweet, thank you. So I suppose that's for evil. Sometimes if my children don't want to go to sleep, I'm like, I'll put the dog in with you. Yes.
Did you ever get did you ever get around to watching that epic rap battle?
I haven't watched the epic rap battles, but has anyone seen there's like a Goku and Superman epic rap battle?
yeah.
So I'm trying to get in contact with them so I can do like a Hiei Kuwabara rap battle. But I would totally bust out a rap for that because it sounds awesome. Time for one more question. Yes.
Is there a certain voice that's particularly hard for you to do?
It's funny, as I get older, Emperor Pilaf gets harder and harder. I don't know, because it's up there and it takes a lot of energy. But I can still do it, so... Shao Tucker was still the hardest, because it was all whispery. Okay, guys, you have been awesome. I have an 8 o'clock, before you go, 8 o'clock Fringe panel tonight. And my Fringe panel is in Events 4. And the reason I'm doing it tonight is because the Laugh Out Loud improv group was kind enough to switch with me yesterday, so you should also be patrons of them because they're awesome. But my Fringe panel tonight is all about conspiracy theories and aliens and Hollow Earth and psychic powers and anything you want to talk about fringy.
You said it's an event for.
It's in Events 4, and if you want to see me, I'll be back in the dealer's hall in about an hour next to my gorgeous, gorgeous girlfriend. Thanks, guys. Give yourselves a round of applause.